Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Samantha Norcio and we are going to do a little bit of rainy day yoga. So I'm just going to get a candle lit for myself here and any other prop that you might need. I suggest grabbing a pillow or two. Got two comfy pillows here. And I'm also playing on my Spotify playlist. It's my rainy day yoga playlist. So if you want to turn on some tunes, go ahead and do that now. We're going to start by stacking, if you need them, one or two pillows right on top of one another. And go ahead and lift your behind up, and we're going to sit right on top of the pillows. Cross-legged, bringing your shins to cross. Really what we're aiming for in a comfortable seated position here, my friends, is to get your knees and your hips in line, or even your hips a little bit higher than your knees. So you might even need 3 or 4 pillows or tuck them under. Some people can sit comfortably without the pillows and your knees and your hips will still be in line. If you can even see that on me, now my hip bones are below my knee bones. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the 2 pillows. We're going to start in a seated meditation just for about 2 to 4 minutes. I'm going to share a quote with you, and I want you to just physically ground down in your body and see what that's like here. Start by moving your seat side to side, relaxing your shoulders down and back, taking a sip of water or a swallow if you need it. Getting ready to hunker down and in right here. I want you to bring a soft stare or gaze into your eyes. So down to the ground with your stare right now. Or start to soften your eyes completely if that feels comfortable enough to do that. And the purpose of this is when our eyes start to close, we're shutting down one of our senses, and that allows us to go inward with our thoughts and our feelings. And that's a lot about yoga, is just to tap in. Good, so hopefully you're there, you're doing it. You can wiggle your toes, roll your shoulders back. Think about sitting up tall, right? Straighten your spine. Rather lengthen our spine. Finding the natural curve of your spine, bring just a slight chin to chest tuck. Big sigh out your mouth now like this. Your hands can be wherever they feel comfortable. Just like me, hands on top of my knees, palms face down to ground or palms face up. Even a mudra, your fingers together to keep the energy going inward. And same options there. Or just even comfortably in your lap. Very good. So you've chosen a position with your hands, you're rooted down through your seat, you're still lifting up tall through your spine. Your gaze is comfortably down and closed. Keep breathing, and every time if you feel you need a sigh out, go ahead and do that for yourself. I'm going to read a quote with you and then we'll get going. When you were a child, did you ever feel you had to do everything you were told to do? If you didn't perform all tasks equally well, did you feel that something was wrong with you? When we were young, many of us were never told that we were doing as well as we could. Or if we were told, we didn't know how to hear it. It has taken some of us years to learn that to do something well often means to do it as well as we can. And that makes me smile because I've found that to be true. And somewhere inside us, those children still groan over tasks they can't do easily. But it helps to remember that we are not alone. Something we find difficult to do may have all sorts of repercussions for us or for others. We can always ask for help. Other people are pleased when we ask them to share their skills. I feel this to be true. When we know how to console the child within, we need never feel inadequate. Take 3 breaths in and out. Let's do it together. Little sigh out the stale air in your lungs here. Taking a breath in through your nose, sit up taller. Breath out how you need and just relax, sink into your space. Again, deep breath in through your nose, filling up your rib cage from all four corners, top, side, bottom, breathing out through your mouth or your nose, and again, relaxing. Let's just go one more together, big breath in. Filling up more, a little bit more. Exhale, we let go. Start to take a head tilt side to side, softly blink open your eyes, and we'll come to tabletop shape. Go ahead and remove the pillows off of your mat space, and coming onto all fours, spread your fingers wide, place your shoulders and your wrist on top of one another, hips and knees stack. Good. Big breath out, cat pose. Bring your chin into your chest, pull your navel up to your spine. Inhale, cow pose. Fingers stay gripping into the mat. Gaze goes just 6 inches forward. Draw your shoulder blades together. This will help open up your chest. Your tailbone should be arching up high. Yeah, give it a little wag side to side. Hey, that's great. Toes can be tucked or toes can be untucked, but those two shapes, we're gonna flow it, breath to movement. Let's go here. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. You should be feeling this arch into your spine here, and on your exhale, you're helping your spine round. As you push into the ground, bring chin to chest. Again, navel pulls up to spine. Your tailbone should be curling under and down. Inhale, cow pose. Shoulders open. Gaze is just 6 inches forward to keep neutral through the neck. We don't want to be here cranking, right? Instead, gaze is slightly forward. Exhale, cat pose. Just one more time. Good. And now finding a child's pose. Big toes together to touch. Your knees open wide enough for your torso to come down. So that'll look different for everybody. And it's kind of trial and error. Watch. Put your hands down, reach your arms in front of you, and then notice, do you need to wiggle your hips side to side, or again, pick up your knees, bring them closer in, or draw them further out. So you won't look like my shape, but the whole point is that you're trying to find your own shape. Breathe out. Forehead can rest down to the mat. Put a bend in your elbows to soften into your shoulders. And if your forehead down into the mat feels too uncomfortable, just go ahead and prop yourself onto your forearms here. Very nicely done. Breathe in and out here. Your gaze can soften, close again. So any option, arms out or even your forearms down. Start to push up, tabletop shape. We'll find ourselves on all fours here. Moving into thread the needle. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. As you exhale, we'll take a few thread the needle drills. So we're gonna sweep our left arm underneath our right, holding here, but using our obliques and our core to reach our left side body further underneath our right. And if you're dipping down like this here, try to push through the right hand and lengthen through your spine. Inhale, we'll find a reach up, a twist open. So you're using your core here. Exhale, little drill to tap under. You can even tap the side of your rib cage if that helps. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, sweeping through and under to reach. Last time, inhale. And as you exhale, thread your needle. Sweep your left arm underneath your right until you can't anymore. Eventually bringing your left shoulder, your left cheek right down to the mat. Hold and breathe here. If you feel all crunched up, go ahead and walk your knees back until your hips and your knees stack. I'm going to face this way so you can see and so I can cue. Your right hand is in towards your face for support. Big breath in here. We're finding a little twist through our spine as you exhale. Maybe push down into the mat to exaggerate that. Keeping your hip bones squared down, your ankle bones pointing up. You can even tuck your toes under if that helps, but avoid them collapsing side to side or in and out. Breathe in. Try to just relax. 5% more where you're at. Breathe out. Very good. One more inhale right here, please. Keep holding. Breathe out. Slowly start to unwind. We're going to take a counter stretch. So pushing down through your right fingertips or palm, your left arm reaches back up to the sky. Shake it all out. Exhale, plant your palm. So we're in tabletop. We're going to go the right side now. Inhale, right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Your right hand might only reach this high off the ground. That's totally fine, right? So you're not going to look like me, maybe, right? But you're finding your own shape. So using your core, finding your rotation open to the sky with your right side as much as you can. Take a breath in. Exhale, slow and controlled. I'm using my core here to reach. And again, this subtle twist of my right rib cage, right? Reaching over towards the left side of my mat. And if you're shrinking down here, try to push the ground away to lift up, right? And broaden through your back space. Take a breath in, keep reaching. Exhale, we hold. Inhale, use your core, slow reach up. And exhale, thread your needle, drill, right? And we go under, pushing the ground away. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, thread the needle, drill. This last time, we're going to reach up and thread the needle all the way through. So your right arm reaches underneath your left. You can start to bend your left elbow to help get your right shoulder, your right temple, cheek down to the mat. Left fingertips push down. Breathing in and out through your nose. Think about your body from the back. So your toes can be tucked or untucked, but avoid your ankles kind of flopping in or out. Keeping your knees and your hips stacked. So if you feel really crunched up, go ahead and lengthen your body out to bring just a little bit more space. Big breath in through your nose. Stay, breathe out. Counter stretch. We'll go ahead and reach our right arm all the way up to the sky. Exhale, plant it down. Go ahead and swing your legs over to one side. Scoot yourself forward and then lower all the way down to your back. Okay? Come all the way down to your back. As we're here, broken bridge pose, we want to take our ankles and our knees to align on top of one another. Toe heel your feet open as wide as your mat distance. Now knock your knees in towards one another. Go ahead and place your hands on top of your belly. Take a big breath in. Bring your chin in slightly to your chest to remain neutral through your head, neck, your spine, and you might even shimmy your shoulders just a tiny bit closer together. This is going to help puff up your heart space. Hands around our belly to truly connect with yourself. How do you feel here as you breathe? Your hands into your belly and back into your hands. Your whole back side here. Your feet, your head, your neck, your elbows connected to the ground here to feel secure and safe and with this very present moment. It's easy to get lost and wrapped up in our thoughts, but knowing that we are not in this alone. Together, let's breathe in through our nose and exhale out. Very good. Start to toe heel your feet in just a little bit closer together. Open up your knees. Start to windshield wiper your knees right and left side. Now open up your arms to a goalpost shape right above your head. Very nice. And we just kind of want to go breath to movement. Pausing in any one one shape if you need to at any moment. You're doing very well. Keep with this. Slowly start to draw your legs over to the right side. Good. Keep them there. You can look over here if you need. Start to find your right foot to sit on top of your left outer knee. Again, your right foot to sit on top of your left outer thigh, outer knee. And this is actually like a hook to kind of anchor down and feel side body stretch through the left side and our left hip flexor. So we soften our gaze to the sky, or even look to the left if that feels okay through your neck space here. If that's too much, you just take your gaze back up to the ceiling. And if this hook seems too uncomfortable, just know that you can set your right foot to the mat and not even worry about hooking the foot. Just lie with your knees bent. Big breath in, let's do it. Exhale out your mouth. Let's switch sides. Bring your knees to point up to center. Walk your feet closer back to center. Big breath in, exhale. Dip your knees over to the left side now. Very good. Hold and breathe. As you inhale, lift your left foot up. You might keep it flexed like this. Set it on top of your outer right knee or thigh area. And you're using this as a hook to anchor down your right knee closer to the mat. When you do this, you'll feel opening here along the right side of your body. But our spine is also in a little twist here. So we're getting in a lot, and I want you to feel this as you anchor down your shoulders. Breathe out through your mouth. Take a slow sip of air in through your nose. Keep your lips sealed this time. Breathe back out through your nose. Looking up towards the sky or looking over to the right side of your mat. If that doesn't work, gaze back up. If the hook's too much, just let it go. Let's breathe in one more time right here. Slowly start to unhook, uncross, very good. Start to bring your knees back to center. Place your hands on top of your belly. Go ahead and lift the corners of your cheeks up, and that's a cue to smile like this. Good, big breath in. As you lie here, hands connected on top of your belly, breathe out, smile gently. Good. Bring your knees into your chest, hands on top of your knees, squeeze your knees into your thighs. Rock side to side. Pause for a moment. Start to rock forward and back a few lengthwise if you need. Swing your feet behind you. Start to find your tabletop position. We're going to strengthen up our core a bit. Toes are tucked under, shoulders and wrists on top of one another. Hips and knees, same way. Digging into your fingertips, rooting down through all four corners. You can even just shift the weight a little bit. Big breath in. As you exhale, squeeze your navel to spine. Activate your glutes and your quads. Now breathe out, hovering tabletop. Lift your knees off of your mat. Good, hold and breathe. Keep going, look down at your knees. Here for 4, just 3, 2, 1. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good hold. All right, stay in your down dog shape. We want to spread our fingers wide, and instead of our shoulders collapsing in, think opening up our shoulders. Relax your head. You can even shake it out. Bring a bend into your knees to find a slope into your back here, my friends. Melting your heart towards your thighs, but still finding engagement in your core. So a little sweep of your navel to your spine. Your sit bones are broadening and tilting up towards your back wall. Keeping all this, start to pedal out your feet. Right knee bends, and then the left knee bends. Keep going here. Keep breathing in and out through your nose, because that's a focused type of breath, right? So it takes more concentration from your brain. to your body. We want to be here for 3 more. Very good. Last 2, pedaling out your down dog. Keep going. And 1, big breath in. As you exhale, big breath out. Inhale, right leg lifts up to the sky. 3-limb dog here. Take a big breath in through your nose, yogis. Look back at your right foot. Yeah, look back at your right foot. Are all 5 toes pointing down? Is your right heel pushing towards the back wall? Are you locking out your left knee, or is there a slight micro bend, right? Meaning there's engagement. Right shoulder squares to our mat. Our heart is pushing back. There's length. Let's lift up, breathe in. Exhale, bring your knee forward as if it's gonna step right between your palms, and it might, or it might land way back here, and that's okay, but you'll just need to help it scooch forward. Low lunge. Drop down all the way to your left knee. Very good. Your left toes can stay tucked, or you can untuck them. Walk your hands back, half splits. This same flex action is happening in our right foot. If you feel like you're wobbling over, you're like, whoa, grab a water bottle or a block and place your hand on top of it. This is gonna bring the floor closer up to your body, right? And this is something that is a great practice. If you feel all slouched and loungy, I want you to lift up and keep integrity of this length into your spine. Good. Your left knee and hip are stacked. So if you're way off to the side, right, pick your little booty up. Excellent. Right knee is straight without locking it out. So there's the smallest micro bend. You're digging your right heel into the mat, forward and down, and your toes are pointing to your face as that heel digs through the ground. Right now you can stay here because I'm sure that you feel it. I do too. But if you want more stretch, you'll take a breath in, keeping length into your spine here. As you exhale, your pelvis tilts forward, right? I mean, you tilt forward from your pelvis. So you can take your hand to your hip and kind of guide your body that way. And it's like, whoo, you feel that hamstring start to lengthen immediately. Breathing in. And out. Another one. Back out through your nose. Keep your lips sealed. Soft shoulders. Last time. And out. So keep digging down through your right front foot and rooting down through the left back side of your leg. We're going into half splits twist. Keep squeezing your inner thighs together, pushing down through your left palm. Right arm reaches up to the sky as you plug your right hip back into your right hip socket. Right arm reaches. There's length into my spine, and I'm using my core really to find a twist from my belly button up. So I'm not taking everything with me, just my torso reaches. We want to think arm to arm, foot is flexed, everything is engaged. We reach, we breathe. Our gaze is anywhere it feels comfortable. Big breath again. Exhale, bring your right hand to the mat. Lunge back into your right knee. Plant your palms, tuck your left toes under. Pop off your left knee. Gaze forward, big breath in through your nose. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Feet together. Hang everything. Feet can open up a little wider. Ragdoll pose, grab opposite elbows, put a huge bend in your knees. Allow your torso to rest on top of your thighs. Now begin to breathe in and feel into your body. Pushing down through the edges of your feet. Energizing from the ground all the way up. You should feel your calves working, but also stretching at the same time. Head hangs heavy. Everything is really dripping down to your mat, all ooey gooey. Breathe in. In it together, right? We are not alone. Big breath in. And let it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to your legs to bring length into your spine. Shoulders relax down. Chin is slightly in. Tailbone lifts up and back. Big breath in. Core slightly engaged. Legs are firm. Exhale, forward fold. Let's try that again. Let me see. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen to your spine. Good. Chin into your chest. Tailbone back. Elbow squeeze by the side body. Exhale, we fold it. Excellent job. Inhale, mountain. Rise up and lift tall up to the clouds today. Exhale, hands to heart. Twice more. Inhale, rise up. Reach your hands up as you root down through your feet. Exhale, you can look at your hands, palms together. Breathe out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands together. This time we come into a fold. Good, and bring a bend into your knees. Think lengthen to your spine, and then roll all the way comfortably down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, step your feet back. We're in a high plank, and we hold it here. Breathe in. Go ahead and breathe out, holding, and modify if you need, please. Come down to your knees at any moment. That'll help you get stronger to hold in your regular high plank. If you're here, either way, crown of the head extends forward, heels push back, squeeze navel up to spine, push the ground away. You want to be puffing up the space between your shoulder blades here. So if you're all dipped down and your hips are way low, right, try to modify these things. Big breath in, shift forward. Shoulders past your fingertips. Exhale, slow lower down. Halfway down, find your chaturanga there, or all the way down. And you can find your choice of a back bend. This is low cobra. Elbow squeezing in. Tops of my feet are pushing down. Back muscles and glutes are engaging to lift my gaze and my chest up. High cobra. We can run through these. Palms push down. Arms straight. I'm avoiding collapsing in. I'm opening up my heart, pulling my head back. My knees are down. Full upward facing dog. It's like this, but we pop off the knees. So if this feels crunchy in your low back, right, you're just going to take it down to one of these guys, all right? Breathe in your choice of a back bend. This is mine that I choose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use your knees or your toes to roll over and back. Shake out your head. Breathe in through your nose. Back out through your nose. Shoulders soften. Inhale, lift your left leg high. 3-limb dog. Hold and breathe. Look back at your left foot. If this is too much, you can be on your right knee and do the same cues, okay? We are 3-limb dog, left leg high. Looking back at our left toes, point them down. Heel pushes back. Shoulders relax. I want you to think length into your whole body. Breathe in. Exhale, bring it forward into low lunge. So it might go short and you just help it. You might land it right away. Good for you either way, friends. Planting your palms down, bringing your right knee to the mat. Right toes stay tucked or untucked. Breathe in. As you exhale, walk your hands back, half splits. Same pose, other side of our body, okay? Your right knee and your right hip are on top of each other. Let's find that first. Pull your left leg back into your left hip socket. You can use your hand to help adjust that. Thumb into your little cranny, nook and cranny right here. Trying to straighten your left leg without locking it out. So there's the smallest micro bend, and that's going to help activate our hamstring muscles as well as stretch them, okay? Your left heel is pushing and digging into the mat. Left toes are pointing to your face. All these things help lengthen your hamstring muscles. So you can have your hands to the mat on either side of your shin or bring the block or a water bottle. But now think about length into your spine. Breathe in. If you want to, you can take hands to hip and think about tilting and leaning forward from your pelvis to exaggerate the stretch in your body. But is that necessary for you? And that's something that is a personal question. And that's part of yoga, is like figuring out what works. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, so we're finding the twist here in our half splits. Start by rooting down through all of the things that are connected to the mat, right? So your back leg, your toes can even be tucked, your front heel. You're pushing down extremely firm through your right hand. Squeeze your inner thighs together like there's a paper right in between your upper thighs, and you're not gonna let it go. Left arm starts to reach up, or even your left hand can just stay down to heart. And I forgot to mention that on the other side, but right, if you're working in layers and it doesn't feel accessible, definitely hand to heart, or even hands to the mat, okay? Left arm is gonna start to reach up towards the sky. I'm using my core to twist from my belly button up, right? Versus moving my whole body with me, okay? Breathe. Breathe. Open up. Last time, your gaze is anywhere. You got this. Keep going. Exhale, gently bring it back down. Whew. Find your left foot to the mat. Palms plant. You can even move your knee out of the way if it feels like it's right in the way of your chest. Tuck your right toes under. Pop off your right knee. Look forward. Breathe in. Exhale. Forward fold. Top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Whoo, shake out your booty. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Lift up. Exhale, standing back bend this time. Goal post your arms open wide to a T shape, or if this feels crunchy on your low back, take your hands to your low back, fingertips down, squeeze your shoulders together and open up your heart this way. So option 1, right, or option 2, breathe in. Hold, breathe out. There might be a slight bend into your knees, and I want you to think lift and length up through my spine. As I exhale, I'll take my heart up and back. So we're really bending through the upper back, not the middle back or the lower back, if that makes sense, okay? Inhale, gather it up, rise high. Strong core to help you do that. Exhale, forward fold. Swan dive down or hands together at heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Length goes in our spine, shoulders away from our ears. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, step your feet back. This time it'll be breath to movement. Each move has a breath. Inhale, shift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, your choice of a back bend. Remember from before, so you could be low to the ground. Exhale, down dog. Pedal at your feet. Come down to your knees, child's pose. Toes together to touch, knees open wide. You can take a pillow or two this time if you want in your child's pose. Stack them right on top of each other. Give it a big ol' hug. This is nice. 10 out of 10 recommend pillows in child's pose. So your gaze is either side or even forehead down. Hold and breathe here. You can be in your child's pose without the pillows. That'll give you a more active stretch. Big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. So smooth. Do that twice more on your own. You're in your child's pose, relaxing, grounding down. Breathing in, thinking of something that you really truly need for yourself. Exhaling out. Slowly start to remove the pillows off of your mat. If you had them, come into tabletop shape. This is where we're on all fours. Tuck your toes under, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze towards your thighs. Relax your head, your neck, your shoulders. Inhale, right leg sweeps high to the sky. 3-limb dog. Remember, look back at your toes. All 5 toes point down. Right heel pushes back. Lengthen to my spine. Breathe in again. Exhale, low lunge. Your foot might step here or it might come right here, but either way, let's get it up. Drop down to your left knee. Hold and breathe right here. Take your left hand. Bring it on top of your left knee. So we're going left hand to left knee or left elbow to right knee. Excuse me. We're reaching our right arm up to the sky or your right hand stays to heart center. So we're taking a low lunge twist in some really some progressions up, excuse me. So we're just taking forearm or hands to our knee to help twist our torso open to the sky. It's the same way from the belly button up. And if it feels good from here, you might reach your right arm high, okay? I'm gonna drop my left hand down to the mat now. And if your right knee feels like it's in the way of your belly, your little panza, right, you can always move it to the right just a little bit more. Right arm can reach high to the sky now. I feel it more of a stretch through my inner thigh, right? My left toes can be tucked or untucked. My right hand can even just stay onto my right knee. But I do want you to start to flex your left glute and your right glute. So we can be really just like super chill, nothing's happening, like, meh. Or we can fire it up, core strong, my legs are engaged, I'm reaching up as much as I'm reaching down. Right, next layer from here, if you want to keep progressing up, pop off your left knee. I'm pushing down through the parts of my body that are connected to the mat. I'm inching my right hip back as I pull my left hip slightly forward. My hips aren't too low, they're not too high. It's like Goldilocks, find it just right. Right arm reaches, breathe in. Exhale, set it down. Start to take your chaturanga. Inch your right leg back, find a high plank or even on your knees. Inhale, shift forward, exhale, lower down. I'm taking low cobra, but you take what works for you. All the way back, downward facing dog. Very good, let's go other side right away here. Inhale, left leg goes up. Hold and breathe. Look back at your left foot. All 5 toes point down. Left heel pushes. Palms are strong. I'm holding myself up. I'm gonna breathe in. Exhale, I want you to breathe out, low lunge. Step your foot through or help it. Drop down to your right knee. Good job, thumbs up me. Thank you, I felt it virtually even now from whatever I'm doing. Okay, right hand down or you're on your right fingertips. Left hand to left knee, okay? You're thinking about really pushing and twisting here. And if it feels okay, you'll pick up your right hand, take it onto your left knee, and maybe use that as a twist, okay? You're taking your right toes tucked or untucked, you're pushing down firmly. Moving on, maybe your right hand comes to the mat. You keep squeezing your inner thighs together, so I want you to fire up your right butt cheek and your left butt cheek. Yeah, like if I was gonna come and tap it right now, you'd be like, ooh, squeeze it, okay? Left arm reaches, big breath in. Exhale, hold, and I'm using my core, I have to think about it, to twist from my belly button up to find this extension and the openness of the shoulder. But remember, your hand can be wherever and your gaze can be wherever. But I want you to think about breathing quality breath for like 1 or 2 cycles. Inhale, exhale. We're moving on to the next layer. Bring your right toes to tuck under. Exhale, popping off of your right knee. When you do that, the tendency is the hips go really high. So just check in. Bring them back in line with your front knee and your back heel, right? You just want to think about this line of energy. Squeezing inner thighs together, pulling your left hip slightly back, your right hip slightly forward, knee and ankle stay stacked, left arm reaches. We're breathing in and out for 4. Twisting open 3. Keep going, you got this. Last 2. I want you to take a last breath in together with me. Exhale, plant it down to the mat. Good job. High five. Chaturanga Dandasana. High to mid plank. Shift forward, breathe in. Exhale, lower. I'm just going mid plank. I'm going to take a full upward facing this time. Exhale, downward facing. Breathe in. Soften shoulders. Bend into knees, right? Relax here. Come down to knees. Child's pose. Let everything that you just did soak up into your body. How do you feel? Where do you feel it? Can you breathe into some space? Can you let go of some things that might just be like heavy on your mind, on your heart, on your soul? That's natural as a human being, and how we process that is internally. And if you deflect or avoid going inward, and that's really like the practice of yoga, you're missing it. You're missing that opportunity to dive inward and just grow, connect with yourself. Especially in these times right now, we have only us, right? It's hard not to feel isolated even when we are. We are not alone, right? We're together even right here via the internet, just virtually, but we are alone, just us. So how do you feel in your body? How do you feel with your thoughts? Breathing in and out in your child's pose for 4. Last 2. And 1. Good. Start to pick yourself back up. Finding your tabletop shape. We're going to come into half pigeon. Take your right leg back to start. Big breath in. Lift your right leg off the mat. As you exhale, bend your right knee. Bring it in towards your body. And as you exhale, set it over towards the right side of your mat. Use your left toes to inchworm back. Drop down onto the right side of your body and just inch your right shin up. It'll exaggerate the stretch or just put you in more proper form. It usually looks like the number 7, the shape that you're making. You want to keep a small flex into your right foot and your left toes pointing straight back, your left ankle pointing straight up. There's a little engagement in my left glute, and if your space is really high from your right butt cheek to the ground, you can wedge a pillow underneath here, and that'll feel more supported. Now your hands want to walk by your hips. Breathe in, some length up into your beautiful spine. Exhale, slow lower down into sleeping pigeon. And again, if you brought 2 pillows with you, you can take 1 pillow or 2 and place them underneath your body and just rest it up. Oh, this is a good one too. This is good. Breathing deeply in and out here. Get comfy with me. This feels good. If for some reason, keep holding and breathing in your half pigeon. If that shape feels really weird on your right knee or just inaccessible for whatever reason, here's another pose that you can take. It stretches the same exact muscle, but it just looks different. You come onto your back. We'll stretch the same side first. Right ankle crosses on top of your left knee. You can stay just like this. Keep pushing your right knee energetically away, or even lift up your left shin and possibly grab behind your left thigh if you can set your head down comfortably, or even just grab for your right foot and pull it in. Keep pushing your right knee away. Keep flexing both feet. So this is supine figure 4. It's a different option for half pigeon, but even if you can see as I'm getting back into this one, it's generally the same shape on the lower body. Some things just happening differently with the back body. So whichever pose you choose, I want you to take 3 more conscious rounds of breath in and out. Let's try it together. Take an exhale to start and to notice. Lips stay sealed, your ujjayi breath, this breath of fire. It's this meditation breath, breathing out through the nose, lips sealed. You're doing so good. 1 more breath, please, right there. Try to hold until the bottom of your exhale, being patient. Now start to breathe in and push yourself up. We want to reverse the shape. So you can go back to 3-limb dog, or you can even take a tabletop shape and just shake out your right leg like this. But I do want you to extend the right leg out and bring some blood circulation back into your right side. So you're on the knee or you're not. All right, come to tabletop. Inhale, left leg goes back. Exhale, lift your left leg up. Inhale, bend your left knee. Exhale, set it to the left side. Start to use your right toes to scoop your right leg back. This is going to lengthen into your right hamstring, right hip flexor. Drop down, kind of lazy for a second. See if you can shimmy your left shin up any more parallel to the top edge of your mat. Now give a slight flex into your left foot. Bring your weight back to center. And if you drop way to the left, you know, pick it up, try to find that area where you feel even of the weight that you're holding in your hips. You do that by squeezing your inner thighs and activating your glutes just slightly. Keep pointing your right toes back and your right ankle up. Breathe in, find engagement in your core and relax your shoulders. Lift your heart up, tuck your chin slightly in. That looks good, breathe in. Exhale, we're taking it down to comfy pigeon, I'll call it, with the pillows. Oh, so comfy. You can take your gaze the opposite direction. So if you had your right cheek to the mat last time, maybe you take your left cheek to the mat and you're just stretching your neck even when you do that. Very good. Settle and relax your shoulders. Any little adjustments that you need. Keep holding and breathing in your half pigeon shape if it feels like it's the one for you. If you felt like on the other side it was not working for you for whatever reason, come to your back with me right now. Let me demo the other side for you. The left leg comes high. I want you to do it with me if you're taking this option. Left ankle sets on top of your right knee as your right foot is into the mat. Right leg is bent. Stay here, just energetically pushing, or you can actually use your hand, your left knee away. If you don't feel any stretch there, you have the option to up the ante for the stretch. Elevate your right shin. You can grab onto your left foot and pull it in as you keep pushing your left knee away. You can use your left elbow even, or even grab behind your right thigh. If you can keep your head and neck neutral, your shoulders to the mat. So it's really, again, about going inward and finding what option is going to work for you. Let's take 4 more cycles of breath here. Go ahead and start with an exhale so that you're sure your mind is in it for this round. Ujjayi breath, breathing through your nose here. And exhale out. 3 more. Last 2. You're doing good. Stay in it. Keep focused, right? Tell yourself what you need to mentally to stay here, right? To be balanced, to find focus, to be patient. Last breath in. Wait for it all the way out on your exhale. So on your new breath in, you'll start to push your palms into the mat. Walk your palms back until they're underneath your shoulders. We're going to reverse the shape. Tuck your right toes under. You might even need to scoot your right knee forward a bit. That's okay. Push into the ground and lengthen back to a 3-limb dog, or stay on your right knee and just shake out your left leg. Bring the blood circulation back in. Very good. Draw your knees up. Kick your feet over to one side. Scoot yourself forward. Roll all the way down onto your back here. Take your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze in. Bring your head and neck up. Squeeze your elbows in. Curl into a tiny little ball. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale, final Shavasana shape. Come down into this resting position. Hold and breathe in your Shavasana pose. And as you're here, I just want to guide you into a short Shavasana or resting meditation. To physically get here, ground yourself down. Take a little sigh, relax your shoulders, shake out your head, give your toes a little wiggle. And where does everything in your body just naturally want to lie still? And here's the thing, it might come really easy for some people to sit still. It might be a little bit more challenging. And if it is, that's okay, because it's a practice, it's not a perfect. So if you decide to shy away from Shavasana, or even the stillness of meditation, me too, I did that for years in my practice. But it's important, again, because we're able to go inward. How do you feel? Where do you feel it? And then what can you allow yourself to just let go of? If it's like a weight and it's, you know, pulling you down, why do you need that any longer? Are you able to just wrap up that thought, this feeling, this emotion, and whoosh, push it off to the side, let it dissipate? Move forward. You deserve it. Breathe in and out. You can lie there for as long as you comfortably feel, and please do, especially if you feel the sensation or urge that you're just so comfortable you don't want to move, stay. But eventually beginning to awaken your sensations, toes, fingers, head, reach over, take a full body stretch, and then slowly arrive into a seated position. Just how we started. You can use the pillows or not. We'll close out here together. Hands together at your heart center. Just honoring each other when we do this. That I have a light within me, you have a light within you that can never be tarnished nor dimmed or taken away. Just like the candle, right? We have this light inside of us. And when we are in this space together as one, I see you, you see me, and we unite. Take a big breath in. Lift your thumbs up between your third eye center. If you're closing out with me, hinge forward from your pelvis, sealing in your practice out loud or to yourself, namaste. Thank you so much for taking your time to practice with me today. Again, my name is Samantha Norcio. If you have any questions or comments, concerns about the twists or the flow or the yoga playlist, remember it's my Spotify playlist. I'll try to put it in the comments here. Please let me know, and don't forget to like the video and also subscribe for more. All right, you guys, and I'll see you soon. Have a rad day.